Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Yeah. How are you all? I can't see anybody here. Let me try and see if I can see the people with me. Good morning. It's morning here in Canada. Good day to each and every one of you all over the world. So, we are here to just discuss things that are happening all over the world. So the first story I'm going to give you guys is the one of the lady that cried out. That's like a cry for help that the lady did on, I think she posted that video yesterday. The one she talked about the way she's so lonely in Canada. So, hold on. Yeah, let me just play the video, then we all react to it. I'm going to talk about it then. I'll just look at anybody that is in that studio to come up with me so that we can discuss this first.
Yes, I feel so alone. Like, I feel like I live with someone I can't have a conversation with, and I'm trying to cry, and I even have to be silent about it. 'Cause you just lose out on so many things. Your life, you just leave it behind. Your friends, and I'm so hurt, and my heart hurts. You have to work all the time. I have school. I'm so sad. I'm hurting so much. I don't have any friends. People don't
Okay,
tell you about moving to Canada. I feel so alone. I,
so we can
I
react to
feel
it.
like I live with someone like
Hello? Yeah, so we can react to it now. I'm trying to look at the, let me see. Is it the how do I see people here? Hi, chat. Okay. Okay, I can't see anybody actually. So I can only see one man, Thomas. So let me just continue to talk. I can see the comment section. That's the problem. So I just I want us to react to this video. This is a lady. I can see that she's a young lady that's just relocated to Canada, and a lot of people wants to come to Canada. I don't think a lot of people are so matured in their minds to come here yet, because you see, this place is a very boring place, especially for the youngsters, the Gen Zs. So I think a lot of parents should be careful how they push their children to this kind of place. So you have to actually know that your child can handle this kind of loneliness before you let him or her come to a place like Canada. Even if you're still talking about places like London and some places in America, I think it's still better than Canada. Canada is cold and lonely. So you have to be sure that your children is matured enough to be able to come to a place like this before you push them to somewhere like Canada. So, and people that are not even that are matured enough, the adult, some of them still even find it so lonely here in Canada. So I don't know. You have to just be matured in your mind. You have to have the emotional intelligence to be able to live in a place like this. If not so, it's going to be a big deal. Somebody like this girl can get depressed easily. So people just have to be careful that Nigeria is not good. I don't want to stay in Nigeria anymore. And you are not assessing your child's emotional intelligence, and you're just pushing the person to this place to come and live here. So we have to be careful as parents to know the kind of child our children is, so that you'll be able to know if yes they can live in this kind of environment before you push them in. So I can see here, I can see Mike. Did I even introduce myself? My name is Dupsy. Yeah, I live in Canada. So I'm just here to talk about issues of life with you guys. And you guys can bring on topics so that we can discuss it too. So let me hear from Mike. How do I bring people in? Hello, Mike.
Doopsie doopsie.
Emini here.
Ah,
How
yes,
are
I
you?
say, one must say you're hosting. I say I have to go and encourage you. I have to come
Thank
support.
you for supporting me, my G. Thank you so much, Mike. So, do you
Yeah.
want to react to the video?
Yes, yes. You know that I can definitely relate to her. Definitely. Even me. I remember when I first came to Yankee. Like the first thing I noticed was I was missing something I never like. I found myself experiencing something I've never experienced in my life because I grew up in Lagos and even if I left Lagos, if I go to other like or your even Abuja self, when I first went to Abuja, I thought Abuja was boring. I felt a little bit of what she's feeling, like that boredness. Because Lagos, you never had a dull moment. You understand? Your entire
I
life is always.
agree with you,
You
Mike. Yes,
understand? You always have that interaction.
I
It's
agree.
always noise every day. There's someone to talk to you. When you wake up, there's someone next to you. So your neighbor is there, your brother, your family, your cousin, the neighborhood. So you never had that dull moment. You understand? That social interaction is constantly there. So when I first went to Abuja, I remember that in the 90s, my mom was transferred there. Went to this neighborhood called Apo Villa, it's right next to Gariki. Wake up, it's quiet. I begin to feel bored. Even Abuja, you still get to interact too. At least Nigerians, we interact. We meet people, we talk, but I still felt a little bit bored somehow. But then when I came to Yankee, oh man, nobody, nothing, nothing. And their culture here. These Oyinbo people now, they don't talk to you, they don't greet you.
I know.
You can't just say you want to start talking to people or you want to interact or make friends, this, here, and that.
I know. Nobody.
So that thing hit me, like, I'm not, which kind of life it is? I was young too now. So I know now there are some people, at least with me, I still have my siblings, I still have some of my families. And with time, I was making some Nigerian friends from distance. So with this lady, I mean, for a guy, but for a lady, it will be even worse because for guys, you can easily just go somewhere, go play basketball, go run, go kick football, go do something. Meet some people, run with some Mexicans, play soccer with them, or call
Exactly.
for Nigeria boy. But
Yeah.
for a lady, it'll be very tough.
Mm,
And again, I mean, for a guy at least, in Nigeria, then as she's used to maybe guys coming to her, approaching her, she can easily get a boyfriend like that.
exactly.
So in that kind of place, first of all, there's no Nigerian men around or something like that. And
Exactly.
then you see Igbo men that won't even talk to a black woman,
Imagine.
or nobody is coming to toast her. So all those kind of things. So I definitely feel that chicks. I know what she's just completely like which kind of word be this? Like something she's
Mm,
never experienced before. Like I'm just
mm,
just wake up. And I've met some people that they were losing their mind. There was one girl like that.
mm,
Even one guy I was angry with. The guy was running mad. I said, this guy, something's wrong with you. When you
mm,
interact with him, you know that something psychologically is just wrong with his head. Like,
mm, mm,
and the guy said, man, I don't know. Since I moved to this area, this my head, it's like I've been losing my. The guy, what to my solar Dubai, the guy was just talking rubbish. I'm like, ah.
mm,
So
mm,
I could tell I was beginning to have a mental breakdown.
mm.
So
And,
people don't
and
consider
that's
all
why
these
it's important,
factors.
Mike. That's why it's important to know your child, their emotional intelligence, how they can handle stuffs before you just
Mm.
push them abroad. It's
Uh,
very important to know, you
Dupsy,
know.
There
can I?
was Let me
Oh,
say one thing real quick. There was one guy that came on one channel. The guy was telling the story about how their father took him and his brother to this country in Europe. Where is he? Either one country in Europe. I forget their country. They were the only black children. So they are kids. So they were experiencing, racism, isolation, to the point where his younger brother started losing his mind, and the guy stabbed his father. I mean, that's what the guy said. He said his son stabbed because he felt like
Mm,
the father just put them into pain. You understand?
mm, mm,
Whereas Nigerians, how they think, that they think they are doing their children a favor because they're taking them to around Oyibo so they
It's
can.
very dangerous, Mike.
Yeah, they believe they are getting a better life being around
Mm,
Oyibo because
mm,
Oyibo is best. Oyibo
mm,
they can
mm,
start talking like Oyibo, they can become Oyibo, that kind of mentality. But they
mm,
don't know that these children, I mean, you
mm,
took them away from their natural environment in Africa, where they
mm.
are having fun. They wake up every day, run with their fellow Nigerian children, they talk,
Exactly.
interact, play football. Now you took them to this environment where they are the only black children. They're just expressing racism, bullying. And those Igbo people are not very socially fun to be
Mm,
around. Igbo are
mm,
very boring people. And these
mm,
kids were just losing their mind. The guy said his brother at one point just took out a knife and stabbed his dad. I mean,
mm,
I'm like, whoa. So we
mm.
have to be careful, man. This
We have
greener
to.
pasture thing that we're doing.
Yes,
We
we
need
have
to
to be
understand the
very careful.
psychological aspect of
Mm,
human nature.
yeah, we have to be careful. I agree with you totally, Mike. I do.
Uh,
I
uh,
think one man wants to come in. Yeah.
yeah, Dupsy, can I tell you the two things that struck me when I
Yeah.
first moved to the abroad, as they
o-
say?
Okay.
The two things that struck me is being identified as black. That struck me because um I think there was a time I was introducing myself to somebody as a Nigerian, and then the person said, "Oh, what does that mean? I thought you were black." Or oh, no,
Mm,
he said, "I thought you were African." So
mm.
that person could not make the distinction between being Nigerian and African. It's just like
A
the
lot of
broadness.
them.
If you are just
Mm.
African, don't bother me with
A lot
whatever.
of them.
So they
Mm,
don't really care. So that
mm,
struck me. But
mm.
the one thing that really struck me is communication, English speaking. So when I speak to people, sometimes they will say they will say pardon. They will
They
ask you
can't
a
hear
question
you. Your
again,
accent.
because the accent could not carry over the communication. So you had to make that adjustment, either to slow down how you speak or to vary your inflection to be understood. Because the conversations are in those instances, they get very quickly frustrated. You are making a nuanced something. You are expecting
Yeah,
the person to either laugh or react, but they didn't even
exactly.
understand what you were saying because of your
Exactly.
punk or your laughing accent. So those are the two things that struck me.
One man, imagine our children when they come, start high school, middle school. Oh more the other children will not. At least you came as adult. Adults are telling you they understand maturity to be nice to you to actually repeat what you're saying. The children will just be laughing at you, man. The children will bully you, and
I
we talk
can
to our
just
children that came
imagine.
here.
Yeah, I can imagine that. So thank you, one man, for your contribution. I think some other people are there. Who is this person here?
Yeah,
Can
it's
I?
me.
Who is this?
Yeah, it's
Good
me. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody from Nigeria. This is
evening.
Solomon. I came to support Madam Madam Ducey.
Thank you for coming. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and it's not easy. I think you're the first lady that is hosting this show since I joined, and so that's why I came in to support you. Even though you are not my friend, but I always support you. Yeah, and
Okay.
those in the comment section, please like,
Thank
share,
you.
and subscribe.
Okay. Thank you, Solomon. So let's hear your contribution.
Yeah, for this girl, like this is not just the first video I'm seeing, and me myself, I used to put this thing in mind. If I should leave Nigeria, how am I going to even cope? And because with all these things I'm seeing, but um, I got to see these matchmaking platforms online, like some young guys just they host matchmaking, and I see people get coupled up or matched mixed on those from those platforms. So that is just one of the things that makes my heart just my mind come down at as into just not to that it'll make me feel not that I won't experience such. And the world is already advanced, even though you'll be busy with work and all that, but there'll still always be a way anyway. So I'm not really bothered about this thing, but I know lots of people, especially ladies, that is young girls and even older ladies today, they experience this thing, and even some guys, like the way Mr. Mike just said, what Mr. Mike just said now too. So um it's really bad, but I can't use because of not being because I will be lonely and just saying that I will not utilize an opportunity given to me. No, I will have to, first of all, you have to look for your head first before you start talking about getting involved. Yeah.
Yeah, I think most people get lonely here. It's because you're in Nigeria. That's why you're talking like that. Like this girl, and you don't know her background anyway. We don't know. Some of these children, they are spoiled children. They are not used to any kind of stress at all. Me, I'm always very skeptical when people call me and say I should just accommodate these children in my house. because they don't even know how to wash their undies. You see, so
Ah,
they are not matured at all. So I'm always very skeptical. I don't really like to accommodate most of them because they don't even know their left from their right. So parents has to they have to be very careful when they're bringing their words here, so that you will know that this your child is matured enough, especially emotional intelligence, so that they will be, because if they can't cope, most of them go into drugs. Just like the example Mike cited, that child killed his parents because he was high on something. Nobody can do that. He was
yeah.
high on something. So he has engaged himself already in something that can relax him. So most of them do drugs. So you have to be careful when you're sending your children abroad. Don't be so desperate that Nigeria is not good anymore, that your child has to go. Me, my children didn't leave this my house until they went into the university. All the
You know one thing Nigerian parents do that's very foolish. They
yeah,
believe that some of them believe their children are better off growing up around Oyinbo people and speaking like Oyinbo people. So
inferiority
they
complex, nee,
yeah,
inferiority.
so they will just take them. This guy suffered it, no, Israel Adesanya, the guy that played that does UFC. The guy said, man, when
That's
he
New Zealand guy.
New Zealand, say when his parents took him to that place, say, man, he suffered so many bullying from those Oyinbo children. Like, the guy was, because the parents that believe, like, they take you around Oyinbo, you can get the best, everything, call it upbreak. I mean, like,
Mm,
become them and be better human being because we believe
mm,
Oyinbos are better than us. But that's
exactly.
not true, to be honest. Like, if you
Mm,
raise the best, because I know relatives, my relatives that grew up here that even grew up around Igbo, their level, they are not better. Honestly, even they envy us that grew up in Nigeria because we have
exactly.
more street intelligence.
Mm,
We have more. I mean, whatever education they're saying that get among you can get it there in Nigeria too. But we
Mr.
have more
Mike,
cultural. We have more cultural intelligence. We know how to handle home. We learn more growing up around culture in Africa because Africa is
mm,
the best. In Africa, you just have to teach your child and just you don't have to do much to even make sure your child is in the right path in Africa. Because in America,
exactly.
yes, you have to focus on them, make sure they don't go to drugs. So for some people, just believe that when a child grew up around Oyibo and speak this heavy English and other stuff, they're better. And
Mm,
unfortunately, it's not true. It's not true. When they grow, they become lost anyway because they are confused. They don't even know
exactly.
where they're from. They don't know their culture. They're
I agree
yeah.
confused.
with you, Mike. I agree
See,
with you.
what about this like for instance now in Nigeria, when this boarding school system, like I think this is where it's very useful. Somebody like me during my secondary school days, my junior secondary school days, I don't think I could stay without my mom or my siblings and all that. So, but when I got into the hostel, I was able to start taking care of my things and taking care of myself and other people too. Like this boarding school system is a good way to prepare young people on how when they live wherever their parents are or their family members, like going to another a distance place to go and especially to go to school and all that or to relocate to do other things. I think the boarding school is another. That is when you put them in a good boarding school that they are well taken care of. They look into their everything they are doing. I think is a good way of preparing this of preparing the young people to adapt to anywhere they go to. Yeah,
Thank you so much, Solomon. So even my kids that speak like them, I think they still bully them, you know. So because they have the same accent, I think it's easier for them to, you know, be able to control that situation. I can't imagine a
Where do you
child that
stay?
talks differently.
Where do you stay?
I live in Canada,
Where in Canada?
Saskatchewan.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I think they were more they could control the situation better because they speak like them. I can't imagine a child that have a totally different accent from them, how they would have bullied that kind of a child. Do you understand? So it's very we should be careful. And I think in my own opinion, your child should stay with you, please, until they are 20. Please, even if it's boarding house in Nigeria, you should be there for them to go and see them all. Don't send them to somewhere so far. Like it's not even good. Why are we having these children if you don't want to be there for them? I don't know. You should be careful. I think most people are not even matured enough to be parents. That's my opinion anyway. So I want is there anybody that still wants to talk about this particular
Yeah,
topic? I want to move on. Yeah.
I just joined, right? I
Okay.
think what's happening is, like, I think many of you've all actually said it. In this situation, like, the best way to let your child live is they should all study in Nigeria, finish their first degree, and then if you have the financial capability, then you can sponsor them out. At that point, they are now full grown, rounded adults. Now, when your child is just finishing secondary school, probably, and these days are here, you can finish secondary school at 15, 14, 16. They are still teenagers. Then you are pushing them into a society where individualism is the key.
Mhm.
Nobody is interested in the collective. Everybody is me, me, me. I'm on my own. You understand? That cultural shift will be very, very severe for them to manage. For men, they can try to adapt, especially when they have picked up some very valuable social skills. But for women, it's very difficult for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
It's a difficult task. So for her, what I would want to advise is, as you are in school, because you now still have to work to support some part of your bills, um, when you get into school, join social activities like the debate club, um, uh, tennis club, whatever club you can find that piques your interest. Go there, try to socialize and make friends. That way, maybe some days that you don't have time to go to work, you can go to those social activities or during the weekends. That's the way she can be able to integrate fully and proper. Even you don't even integrate fully in this situation. Like my neighbor now, there are some days my neighbor don't say hi to me, and there are some days my neighbor says hi to me. You understand? I find that strange. I still find it strange and amusing at this point. But I just look at it, and then what I now do, there are some days I just don't say hi to you. I just walk off. Even if you're trying to smile, I just bluff you and move on. Because you see, are you trying to play on my psychic or what? Then let me play the same game with you. If you're my neighbor, so but what I've noticed is predominant with the white ones, but those who are also immigrants, like the Indians and other race, they are usually very friendly and they socialize. Say, hey, how you doing? Hi, how you doing? But they just put their face. Oh, is that what you want to play? I do the same thing, but why is it okay for me? I'm a full adult, full blown adult. I've moved so many places, so when I go, oh, this is strange, or what's this person trying to do? But for kids, they won't understand. Like this girl,
Mhm.
I watched her and I almost broke down because it is sad. I know what it is. I have my family here, and sometimes it's lonely. Then for someone who is just on her own, and I noticed she was recording this stuff in the toilet. So for someone who is on her own, just on her own, and her neighbors are not also saying hi to her, regardless of where she stays. And probably she might be renting a basement, and the landlord just don't give a damn about you, except when you don't pay your rent. So it's a trauma that she would, you know, remember for a very long time. So parents should.
Emeka, sorry, Dupsy, can I come in, Dupsy?
Yeah, definitely. Please do.
Yes, Emeka, life abroad, it can be very harsh and very unforgiving.
Yeah,
Harsh and unforgiving.
yeah,
If you don't pay your rent, you're out on the street. So in
yes,
the
sir.
middle of winter, if you're out on the street, then you are vulnerable to all of the elements, the drugs, the exploiters, a young pretty girl. There is no family support. She can't run to auntie, she can't run to grandma, she can't storm off to one of her friends. If she goes to her friend, they are looking to exploit her. After
Exactly. Yeah, you are right. You are right. That's
life
the
abroad is
individualism,
harsh
right?
and unforgiving.
That's the individuality aspect of the West. When nobody, your time, your friends can exploit your time. Your friends can exploit your need. Your friends can exploit even your happiness. Everybody is, what can I gain from you? Some people are now saying, "Oh, date. She should try to go and date." This place is very rough. Oh. It's not like in
Mhm.
Nigeria, someone will just look at you and say, "Okay, let me just dash you." Nobody gives money here. You have to work for it, and that's why she say, "I'm schooling and I still have to go to work." Or I'm working and it's like she's working more than schooling. So I'm working and I still have to go to school. So it's really tough for her. It's a tough one. But I, my sister, the last child of my family, has been saying she wants to come over, and I told her, come. If you want to come over, you have to come over with your family, with a man. You are not married yet. Come over with a man, so that you don't come here and then you want my support. Why me myself? I have other things to do. I can't babysit you as an adult, right? Go and get married and come over here because I know what it's like. It's very difficult, even for men, even for young bachelors. It's difficult for them, socializing is a tough task. Now we're entering into winter, and winter in Canada is very difficult. That's why a lot of people go into their chef and they don't participate socially. Now, just thinking about it, I think this guest years is going to increase more. So
You
because
guys also notice how like our ladies how they struggle to even find a quality man, a quality Nigerian man, or you understand, or even
yeah,
just a
because the quality ones are married.
yeah. Because think about it, the culture in the West, first of all, doesn't really
Yeah, it
promote
doesn't support
marriage.
marriage.
Exactly, one and two, the fact that they have to compete with so many other women as well. Because a lot of our guys they are
Exactly.
marrying outside of their culture and also outside of their race and all those
You
kind of
know, you
things.
know, you know, the mentality of our women. Oh, a man has to give, give, give. Then a young one coming here and saying that, oh, for other race, I don't need to give, give, give. They can also give to me. Why would that man go and pick a woman who wants to give me, give me, give me, give me all the time? No, he's not going to do that. That's already a factor that is counting as negative for our women. So that mentality needs to shift. You find, oh, take me out, you take me out, the man will pay back home. But here, take me out, both of you will pay your own bill. I think the first time I landed when we went for a walk, and again, one thing I also want to say, your colleagues are not your friends. They might be nice to you, but they are not your friends.
They
So
don't deal with you.
people would make that mistake to think colleagues are your friends, and you begin to tell them personal stuff. Before you know it, you are hearing your name in HR. They are not your friends. You could hang out with them, you could go out with them, and most of the time, some of them will tell you, you are not my friend. Even your supervisor or your manager, you're not my friend, you're my colleague. So I think we went out for a social gathering, a team bonding. And then I know in Nigeria, whatever team bonding is being budgeted for, right? It comes out from the budget of the department. When we went for the team bonding, everybody was having a good time, just trying to socialize. As the whole thing, bill came out, everybody like, take your own bill. What did you eat? Oh, you ate this, you ate that, you ate this, you ate that. You take your own bill. You understand? So everyone went Dutch. So those cultural shifts, if you are somebody who can adapt as fast as possible, you would survive here in the West. If you can't, it's going to be a very very tall tax for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emeka. So it's very important to know the kind of person that you're bringing here. Even adults, some adults can't cope. They get so bored. So talk less of a child. So you have to know as a parent, you have to be sure that this your child will be able to cope. Yeah, somebody wants to chime in. Who's that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lucy,
Yeah.
I wanted to come. This is Max.
Okay. Okay. Hi. Yeah. We
Hi,
are listening. Yeah.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Good afternoon from Ghana.
Good afternoon
I,
to you.
I hope one man is here. This is here in Ghana.
Yeah, he's here.
The problem is this. Most of these things that is happening to our people in abroad don't even supposed to happen in the first place. If African countries were able to use the resources they have to develop Africa and make it comfortable for people to live, work, and school freely, I don't think there will be exodus of our people into these, European countries. And when you decide to, deny your people, let me say the necessary things of life, they will begin to look elsewhere. And that is the reason why these things are happening. Just imagine the lady. She's an adult going to school. Probably, I do not know whether she is under scholarship or not. If she is under scholarship, I don't think that she will be working at the same time going to school. These are some of the problems we have. For instance, when the very first European country that I traveled to was under United Nations, and that was Yugoslavia.
Sorry,
What,
Madam Dupsy. Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes,
Who is that?
my name is Tunisia. I wanna come in. I,
Okay, please can you let Pat finish, please?
yeah. I just want to interject. It's not getting me.
Okay, okay,
That's
continue.
the issue. We should not blame any African leader. It's people, not the leader. I also stay.
Yeah,
I
I
stay in
agree
Toronto.
with you.
I dey
Also,
live in
also
Toronto.
the people, most people that are traveling are not really poor people. Like those people.
Yeah,
Mike, you're one of my favorite. Please hold on. I really love you, Mike. I stay in Toronto. I've been living in Toronto for over 30 years. The problem of Africa is that we are not building that empire. If you see any Indian today that come to Canada, they don't suffer. They already get a job. Like they did that AZ license. Next thing you see them driving truck because they build that empire. You don't see them suffering like we Nigeria or we Africans. Right now I'm in Nigeria because I can't really cope the way we Africa are suffering in Canada, most especially Toronto. You see them sleeping on the road just because they want to live in Canada. Come on, my brother, please don't bring leader stuff to this thing. It's we. We are not building the empire. We are not ready to form like I don't even know how to put it, but I will stay for my time, Madam Dupsy. I will stay for my time. Thank you.
Oh, okay, let me go. Where do the leaders come from? Are they not from the people?
Sorry, Max, it's not a political stream, so we don't really want to make
No,
it
no, no.
too.
I'm not doing it. This is a general thing. The reason why our people are suffering the way they are suffering is because of how our places are.
But we don't
My
That
think this
is
brother,
girl
it.
is
my brother,
suffering
hold,
now.
hold on, hold on,
We're
hold
talking
on,
about mental state, not
hold
so,
on,
no
hold on.
financial
My
problem.
brother, my brother. What I'm trying to tell you is this. Don't. This is not back home problem. I'm talking about abroad. We are not forming that. Africans are not forming that empire. If you see the Pakistani, you
Can
see the
I can I
Indian.
just can I just make my point so that you can come
All right.
in
Go
later,
ahead, go ahead, go
please,
ahead, go ahead, go ahead,
please.
go ahead,
You
go
see,
ahead.
if my home is good, my children will not go out. I will not be all that enthusiastic to send my children outside.
hello,
When I
Pat.
was
Pat, can I say a thing? Do you
mm,
know this thing has been happening since when my dad went to the university in
Madam
the
Dupsy, Madam
I
Dupsy,
can remember.
Madam Dupsy, please.
It has
We
been
have
happening ever
we have
since.
people living in
So this is
Canada
not
since
something
the
new
70s.
for people to try and educate themselves outside their country. It's not a new thing.
Even
So
Wale
don't think
Soyinka, Fela,
yeah,
they all
yeah,
went to
all these
England
people
and they
they
experienced it.
actually did. So
okay, okay, Madam Dupsy. What I just want to say is this: if our home is good, my child, if my house, I am able to cater for my children will not go to the aunties to go and stay there and do housemaid. These are some of the things,
But that's
and
not what we are talking about here, man. It has nothing to do with this
that
girl. We are
that.
talking about this lady here.
Can you just hold on, Madam Dupsy? Go ahead, carry on.
No, we just want to stay on topic. That's what we are
Can
saying.
I come in?
Don't want to shift it to something different. Yeah, go
Madam,
ahead, bro.
hello, yeah, let's move on, guys. So we still have some other stories. So let's move
okay.
on. Let's just or is somebody from Toronto still wants to talk? What's his name again?
Yeah,
I
my name
think
is Kingsley, Madam Dupsy. My name is
okay,
Kingsley.
please can you just be brief about your own submission so that we can move on? Thank you.
Uh, eh, like I don't really have much to say. What I want to say is that I believe we Africans, Nigerians, we should start coming together when we get to abroad, so the life can be much easier for us. Like me, I'm in Nigeria now. I left my house for like 4 Nigerians without even collecting time from them, like because I picked them from the street. They don't have anywhere to stay. Like they just say that, oh, Canada is giving visa, there's job, there's this. And right now, the job opportunity is no more there. I believe Canada is in recession right now because Trudeau is not helping the situation. You know, so that's what I just want to come in. I will stay back and listen to the rest of this thing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So there's another yeah, okay.
No,
No,
Dupsy, yeah,
okay. Should I go on?
yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to this topic here. So there's a story about this young lady. Um, that died. Herself and her boyfriend went to a hotel, and I think we don't know what happened yet. And I think Emeka knows much about the story because they're still investigating it. So we don't know what happened. The lady died, and the guy flew from Nigeria. He ran away to Sierra Leone. But
Yeah.
yeah,
So this guy, right?
yeah.
Emeka, before you come in, let's play the mother's clip, and
Oh,
then
okay, okay,
Okay,
okay.
and then you pick it up off the back of that. So
okay,
yeah, let's hear the mother.
okay.
When my daughter was murdered, it was very, very difficult for me to come online. I couldn't hold it. That girl is that husband, his partner, my everything you can think of. So I was really short of words. And when they started chatting me up, Mommy, I'm sorry, it was a mistake. The way he wrote it, I thought maybe it was me. Oh, yeah, come out, let's go to the police. He refused coming out. Then along the line, he started when he saw the poster that he wants to send money to me for burial. I said, I don't need money for burial, just come out. After some time, he changed the narrative again, that it was self-defense. I said, just come out. When you come out to the police, you judge my mouth, you judge my daughter's mouth, you judge your mouth. I took you as a son. Then after a while, after he posted the last one he posted, I'm the one peeping my daughter off for men, which I never did. He now blocked me off. He wasn't chatting me again since then. So at that point, I know that, okay, there's no way to reach him again. So what I did, I sent his passport photographs to all my relatives, all my friends, all my families all over the world. And I told them he has tattoo on his body. That is the way to identify him. So along the line, my cousin in Liberia, Sierra Leone, my cousin in Sierra Leone on the first entered me, Auntie, I saw somebody exactly like this. So immediately, my son and another of my cousin, they went to Sierra Leone. But when they were in Sierra Leone, a day before they got there, they now declared him wanted. So because they declared him wanted, they started hiding. But then my cousin went there, met with the commissioner of police there, met with everybody and talked, showed the picture of the corpse of my daughter because he actually killed her and left her to rotting, actually killed her and collected her phone with her. So the police there has been working. So yesterday night, they kept chatting us. It was around 2 a.m. When my cousins were there, then I went to the hotel he used to lodge. On getting to the hotel, it was a white man. The white man, I said, no, they can't accommodate a murderer, but he has left their place. That, okay, let him print out his passport. You can't believe it. Nigerians all over the world, that he killed my daughter on the 13th of July. Best now, go Benjamin got Sierra Leone passports on the 28th of July. He changed his name. His son name that is Benjamin, he changed it to Kanu. His first name that is Best, he changed it to Christone. His middle name that is Nnayerugo, he changed it to Samuel. So with that passport and the local numbers, the police there began to work for us for the past over 2 weeks now. To the glory of God, yesterday 2 a.m. in the night, Benjamin was caught. He has never bragged that he can never enter handcuff. He's on handcuff. Nigerians, do what? 1% of the pay is gone this morning. Now Benjamin is caught. Good morning, everyone.
So there it is.
Yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
woman. Yeah. So Emeka, you can go ahead.
So this is really, really painful. The first time I came across this news was when it was trending. The guy was self-confessing. He was making a self-confession that, he's sorry, that he can't sleep, that it's traumatizing, that it's a mistake, that all he did was just to love her, and the grief of a murderer, right? And he went on Twitter, was saying it, and people were like, okay, what's happening? Then why don't you turn yourself into the police? He was just trying to talk, express himself. You understand? You could tell from the grieving of a young man. You've perpetrated a crime and you are regretting, and you are actually sorry, But in that light, okay, come out to the police and turn yourself into the police. That now became an issue. I think then he blocked. I think he disengaged from social media. Okay, he made some remarks, not to trying to want to say negative things against the dead, as well as the family who is grieving. So he was saying, "Oh, I think it was a toxic relationship. The girl herself was, they were living together, and she was going out in the middle of the night to meet other men, according to the young man when he was making his self-confession. And that toxic relationship, he said his friends have told him to leave, but he didn't want to leave. He called himself. He said he makes money, he's self-millionaire, a crypto, but I think it's all this Yahoo Yahoo stuff that do not have any industry tag. So in all this, but I feel the spirit of this girl is quite strong. She wants her killer to be caught, because you can see the link from Nigeria down to Sierra Leone. He has already changed his identity, under a new name and alias. And what's so funny was he was caught actually in a nightclub. He was partying, was having a good time, so enjoying his life, and with no self of remorse. Then you can also tell from the tears of the mother. You are taunting the mother, like telling the mother you will not go into handcuff, telling the mother that, oh, take money to go and bury the dead. You understand what kind of insult to the injury? You understand? And the woman was like, oh, I take you as a son. Why don't you come back home and turn yourself into the police? Since you are claiming that it's self-defense, you are trying to defend yourself while both of you were fighting. And come and explain yourself to the police. Let the police do what they want to do. You understand? So this whole thing, it's painful. It's sad. And again, it all falls down to our family values back home. I think our family values back home is now in the quotas. I hear from her that she's a single mother with no father at home, and nobody probably supporting her. And it appears like the young man was the one financially supporting that family. You understand? A boy of how old? I think 26, 27 or thereabout. I don't know. I think within that range. So it shows the level at which young women would go to the extent to want to provide for their family. Now, young girls are now the breadwinner of their family. Family values are really going down in that country. And we can tell, you hear stories about women, young women being kidnapped, ritualists or organ harvesting in the name of, okay, they are trying to go hustle, though I don't like that word. Hustle, and then you hear different stories. So it's really sad. And the good thing is that he has been caught. It's what was painful in this matter is you killed someone, you allowed her body to rot for 2 weeks, you didn't tell anybody, you have fled the country. When they found out, you took her phone and you were communicating with the parent, with the mom, with family members, with that phone when they were calling. So it's very sad, and he should be behind bars. He should pay for his crime. Yes, it's a crime of passion. It's a crime of is a crime that you can call mistake. That's what they call crime of passion anyway. But there are consequences, and you should definitely be brought to book. I know, Nigeria, with our laws, there are still some ways we do things. If this guy had probably turned himself in, I will give an example. I'm not trying to say that those who commit crime should not go for book. There was where we were working. I used to work. Well, I worked with many banks back home. So one of those banks, there was a guy who was driving his Honda Accord. If you know this Honda Accord, the 2010 version, and with Honda Accord, right, or Honda vehicles, especially the ones that are being brought into Nigeria, the shaft or the bolt is not usually strong. If you buy that car, you need to take it to Honda repair shop and fix that properly. So, but once you don't do that, that stuff would come off and your tire would just roll off. So he was driving, and there was this guy who just came into the country from the US serving. So that, I think that guy was just probably, I don't know what the guy was doing, but this, according to him, the employee who perpetrated the assault or manslaughter, or whatever we want to call it now. So the guy was bending down, his shaft just came off, the tire ran into him, killed that individual. Young man who, and they live in Festac. The family live in Festac. So they brought me in because I stay in Festac, so we can go and discuss with the family. So instantly, the police, he came out, based as a result of the whole situation. People gathered, police came. It was in Okpebi Ikeja. They took him to the police head office, headquarters in Ikeja around there, and that was where they kept him. So they brought me in, brought a lot of senior officers in. We went to the police to look at him. We saw him. They've already removed, his suit and everything. He was looking like a common criminal.
Thank you,
So,
Emeka. Are you a policeman?
no, I'm not a policeman.
Okay.
so they brought in. So when we went to see the, I think it was the assistant commissioner of police. So he said he has listened to the story. That is quite an unfortunate incident, but that the parents of that guy are really really upset. So we went with one of our executive directors. So they're really upset that. What we can do is to go and meet with the family. Whatever the family says, that's what the police will do. So the police, hearing the story, like, okay, then we went to meet with the family. The family didn't want to see us. They said we should get the hell out. We came back again. They saw that we were waiting. We came back after 2 days again. We were waiting for over 12 hours. They said, okay, let's see. And then we spoke with them. Pleaded with them. They said it's quite unfortunate that guy just came back, and they were hoping for good things for him. Someone who just came back from the US to serve the country and to begin to integrate and start off his life. He was just killed all of a sudden. But eventually, the family said, all bygones be bygones. They are no God. They don't know the reason for it. And I can tell you that guy didn't go to prison. That case was dropped. Though there were financial compensation anyway, but I don't want to say that. So in this situation, yes, it's a crime of passion. He should have turned himself in and let the police take a decision on him. What he did is really wrong. What he did is really sad, and what he did is an insult to the family and relations of this young girl. And again, he should be brought. You see, the beautiful thing is, if the Nigerian police want to work, or if the police wants to work, they know how to go about their business. The guy might probably think he's enjoying himself, having a good life, moving on with life, and also getting himself involved with other women while he has perpetrated a crime back home, not knowing that there will be one day, every day for the thief, one day for the owner, and they finally brought him back to books. I'll be monitoring the space to see what is going to happen, but this young man should be taught a lesson so that other people can learn that you just don't go about misbehaving. And when you are fighting with whoever it is, your loved ones, if your relationship is toxic, leave that relationship. If the girl is misbehaving, you don't have control. You are not the father, you are not the mother. Even if you are, you have to control yourself, such to the point that you do not inflict any form of pain or injury or bodily harm. If you are going through that situation, please leave that relationship and go your own way. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. So, thank you, Emeka. I appreciate that. Fatai is here and Kana is here. Can we hear from Fatai, please? Good morning,
Oh, Dipsy
Fatai.
baby.
Yeah.
Hello.
Mm.
Congratulations, yeah, we kill
Thank you.
ourselves.
Congratulations, Lagodo. Thank you, my
Congratulations,
brother.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Ọlọ́run máa jẹ́ kó gbòòrò, ó máa gbòòrò.
Lagbara, no.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run máa gbòòrò.
Thank you so much, Fatai. Yeah, let's
But
hear
ìyá
from
mi,
you.
Dupsy nìkan ni mo rí, mi ò rí Dupsy baby lórúkọ yẹn. Dupsy baby
Hey,
baby yẹn máa yẹ kó dùn. Dupsy baby.
my editor. My editor.
Thank you. Yeah. But I have to say, when I say, this is background though, it's a lot of work there, hard work. When you this background, this is a town hall different from Bala Blue. Yes,
Fatai, thank you so much, my brother.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
let's hear your contribution. Yeah.
I actually I don't know how long the show is going to last. I just pop in to say hello to Dupsy Baby, and I probably will come back again. I have to go away, but I will come back if it lasts a little longer, maybe in
Okay.
about an hour or two.
Okay.
I will come back to.
Oh,
But
okay.
I don't know how long. Maybe it's a short session, so I say let
I
me
think
pop in
we're
before I
just
go.
gonna stay for like 1.5 hours. So we've
Okay, okay. I
gone,
think I
yeah,
should be
we are
back.
51
I
minutes
think I should be
in
back.
already.
Yeah. I think I should be back for 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Uh,
maybe the next time for Thai.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the
Okay.
next time.
But I appreciate you coming in.
Congratulations again. No
Thank you, my
problem. No
brother.
problem.
I
Bye,
want to
bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming.
Whatever.
Thank you. God bless you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ekene,
Bye.
Ekene, are you there?
Yeah,
Okay, can
good
we
to
hear from
baby.
you? Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
very much. Yeah. Yeah, we need to come now. Yeah, our person, no matter what the fight we are having. So we
Ekene, we
come and
don't
support
fight.
her.
You know we love each other, so we don't fight.
I know that.
Let's hear you.
Love is ultimate thing. But what I want to say is this this issue now. Are they both married?
No, they're not
No, they are
married,
not married.
Ekene. They're just boyfriend and girlfriend. They're not married.
Boyfriend, boyfriend and
Yes.
girlfriend.
Yes, please.
Okay, I think that issue of boyfriend and girlfriend is. I don't really want to know what to say in there.
Whose
That
children is
issue.
that? Somebody should mute, man. Are those your kids?
No, I don't
No,
have
it's
kids.
my
Though.
kid.
I have grown up boys here.
Okay, somebody's children are
I
making
think
noise.
they're Ekene kids.
It's
Oh,
my
again,
kid.
are
It's
those
my
your
kid.
children?
Today is Sunday. They don't want me to
They don't want
Oh,
you
talk
to
okay.
loud.
talk, Ekene.
Flog
Yeah.
them and tell them to go and sit in the room.
Flog that wall. Don't mind Mike. Oh. Don't mind Mike.
So that I don't know. I don't really know because this is the issue we are having in our society: boyfriend and girlfriend. You go and kill a girl because of what? You see, for me, I would say that the guy intentionally do that. So maybe the society is well corrupt now. I don't know what that says for all these Yahoo plus and all that ritualists and all that. And that would have been my conclusion. Because what would have made you kill a girl that you are not married? What explanation do you have to give in that area? What do you have to tell the parents? You just killed your girlfriend. And I will also blame the mother for allowing the girl to go into a relationship like that without protecting her child. Why
How
would
would
you allow your girl
What do you
to
mean by that, Ekene?
allow?
What
I
do you
wouldn't
mean by
allow
that?
my I wouldn't allow my girl to go into a relationship
But she's a
that you are not
grown chick
married.
now.
She's a grown-up girl. She's
I
not
She might be
can,
grown. She
She's
might
an
be grown because
adult.
I can enemy village
based on
video.
the
You could tell them who they
She,
could date.
she's an adult.
no, I know the village, but for me, I will not do such a thing unless they are married. Unless they are married, I will not encourage my girl child to go into such relationship. Just
But
allow my girl to go
what if
and
she
live.
choose to do it? What would you do? If she says she wants to, they don't even tell
She
you
can't
before
do
they
that.
date nowadays. They just go and
If
date.
she does that, she is leaving my house. Then she can. She's not telling me that she's capable of taking care of herself. You
Agreed,
understand?
Ekene, agreed.
So that is what I'm. That is my position on that. So I will blame the mother.
Can I come in, please?
So yeah, come in.
Yeah. You see, this thing is just common thing in Nigeria now, especially in southern Nigeria, like place like Abuja. Yeah, it is a young girl cohabiting, and they are not even married yet, but they live together and all that kind of thing. What is the root cause of this thing is just, um, to be honest with you, is the economy, the way the country is now, and most of these guys they're into one or two. For real, I'm not joking here. They're into one or two things. That
Yeah,
is
yeah. What is even in Nigeria now? That's what the girls do now. Just find a man you are comfortable with that can just
exactly.
maybe not even too much buy you indomie. give you food stuffs in the morning.
Don't
Ekene
see,
told
don't
me.
see it is cool.
This is
Ekene,
not
why you say
about
he told
Nigeria.
me?
This is not about Nigeria. It is about individual. I
No,
said
but
No,
something
it's
but
not
this
that
issue
people
happen.
started
individuals,
that
it is
it's not
But
about
Nigerians
this
now.
issue,
Nigeria.
It is
but
It's
this
Nigeria
issue
about
happened in
now.
Nigeria.
individual and the decisions you make for yourself.
And for
Yeah,
me,
but this issue
I
happened in
don't
Nigeria.
think,
Well,
I
I'm
don't think
talking
it's
about.
right for
I'm
a
talking
girl.
about the.
I don't think it's
I'm
right
not
for a
talking
girl
about
to
what
leave
is
their
happening in our society.
is
Let
it
me just
proper?
finish, please. Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
go
So
ahead.
it's not just somebody say we're not supposed to blame it on the economy, but you see factor it in, to be honest with you, because if you see
No,
most
my
of these
brother,
girls,
even when the
even
economy
people,
was good, this thing was still going on.
no,
No,
it was
let's
not
be
as
honest.
rampant as it is
It,
today.
it was
Today,
still
let me tell
rampant. It
you,
was still rampant. I was a young man in Nigeria now.
see,
What are
bro,
you saying?
see, like, your own
Okay, let
might
me.
be when you were in school, said that you experienced such when
Yeah,
you were
we
in
are all
school.
yeah.
Emeka,
Yeah,
This one is
this is the way you bring your child up. You see, for me, I was once a single guy. I know
mm,
how I lived my single life. Even when I was staying in one room, you understand? You just see a girl. Once the girl come in, she feels comfortable. Open your fridge, everything is there.
yeah.
The next day she will
I
just
think
relax. If you
yeah,
don't tell her to go, she will not go.
she won't go.
And
You're
because
right,
sometimes you
Ekene, you
begin
won't
to
go.
you sometimes you begin to ask her, don't you have mother? Don't you have
Exactly,
and they
exactly.
will allow her. Nobody will even call her.
Nobody will call you. Nobody will find out where you are. You
No,
understand?
wow.
You are with a strange
That's
man.
it. I experienced it. I
That was
experienced
why
it
I
as a
said
young man. So I know what I'm saying.
our family values are actually going
Yes,
down to the gutter. If your daughter is not in your house at a particular point in time, at a set time, you have to find out
call
where
her.
she is.
Yeah,
So
How
if
old
please.
was
she's
that
doing
lady?
that,
How old was she?
she's 21, 22.
You know that Emeka, I know that nowadays these young stars are making more money than their parents. When
That's
they go
what
out there
was
to go hustle,
happening.
they
The
are already
lady
making
was the one
more money than
funding
their
the
parents.
lifestyle, and there was no father in the house. That was what was
that is
happening.
why I said the economy, because the
That was
parents
right.
do not
That's
have
what was
that money
happening. And even at that, she could still
to
do
take care of
this.
them.
Solo, she could still do this while staying at home. She could still do this while staying at home. So if we now need to bring back good family morals and values back to Nigeria, if your daughter is not home at a particular point in time, I know when I have sisters, my dad will scream hellfire, and you must come back. Yes, whatever you want to do, nobody can police you. Nobody will be in your handbag to find out whether you went to see a man. But once it's 8 p.m., you must be back home.
You must be back home.
Why exactly? Why will you sleep outside? If you're in the
Why would you sleep
university,
outside?
yes, you're in the
Where you have a
university.
father, you have a mother.
Nobody can
But,
monitor you there.
but in this particular case, the mother know about their relationship now.
The
It's,
mother
it's
is
like a
fully
relationship
aware.
that's been approved, and they were.
The mother is fully aware
Even
of
if
the
her
nature
mother
of
knows,
the
I blame that mother so much. See, I've been in a relationship. Even the father
Guys,
knows that
hello,
I'm
guys.
dating
Hello.
I'm dating the child.
I think this guy supports them in the
financially,
girls
yes,
financially.
yes.
So that
Even
is why.
then
See, this is why
the
I'm still
thing there
talking
would be
about the economy.
the
Like,
mother would have
the
said,
economy is
"Oh yeah,
part of
since you
this.
love my daughter so much, marry my daughter. Or else
Yes,
Exactly.
it's
go and do
fact.
something on my daughter's head. Come and do something on my daughter's head." So I think the backstory is that's why the guy was saying, accusing the mom that you are the one pimping your daughter out to men. And she's saying, "Oh no." But that would why this guy said it may be as a result of inside story that he has probably got of things.
Let
And
me.
let me say this. And one thing that I'm so skeptical about the mom, you see, when people come to talk about Jesus every day, I don't trust them. Sorry,
Yeah,
Kene.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not like talking about Christians bad, but when you don't have anything, you're not raising your child properly. You're coming up every day to waste your time to talk about Jesus every day. Those kind of things, me, I don't know. I don't trust the woman herself. That's just it. I don't trust her. I'm not sure she raised the girl properly.
No,
So
she didn't.
Yeah,
The guy was a
she
real
the girl.
girl now. The guy said it. If you go to his
What
Twitter,
are
I
you
don't know
telling me?
whether his Twitter page is still live. The guy said it, right? The
let,
guy
let me
was
let me
going to
let
see
me
other
let me
men.
let me say something real quick. Let me give reality to you guys in Nigeria. Like what's been going on nowadays is if you go on social media pages, you will see girls what they discuss among themselves is look what this guy that I hook up, look what he bought for me. They will post some of them will even fake. They will posting next to Mercedes Benz saying the guy I'm dating is what he bought for me. So now it has become a culture where mothers or even ladies competition among themselves, like who will date that guy that will just give them something, give them this, to the point where now ladies they're having like five boyfriends for different purposes, and many of them. So men have become like source of income, access to what they need. Even mothers will like, I want my daughter
You
find
could
a
not
guy
allow
will
me
get
to
money,
talk finish.
those
This is
kind
the
of
point
things.
I'm trying to. This is
So
where I'm driving to.
yeah,
That
so now
because the way the girls reason now, the
the way
boys are
they
just
reason
like,
exactly,
especially when
they
you're a
see
street
men
boy,
as, let me
it's
land
a
Solomon.
poverty elevation scheme.
Exactly
Yes.
poverty alleviation scheme. That's what they see men as. And some of these guys now they disregard the fact that these guys they have feelings. Some of these guys are just looking for. They are not just trying to date you because they want to be your poverty elevation scheme. They want to date, they want to be with you because he wants to probably build a life or something. There'll be men that want to sleep. The one that's not sleeping, maybe they want to sleep with you, and that's it. But there's some guys that are now involving their feelings with that girl, and then you start finding out that this chick is only interested in what I have, and I'm not the only guy that she's even using for these things. She might have another guy too that's paying. So it's like a also to the ladies, it's a men are like a source of also. So now it gets to a point where the guy's looking at her like this is disgusting. Like yeah, she's a player basically. So most of these girls are just players, and they think it's normal. It has become something normal. Now it gets to a point where the guy is heartbroken or something. Like he realized, oh, this guy's using me. Now it results to how do I get her back? Now it became abusive. It became to see her as this, I don't care about you now. He started to become bitter towards her, and it gets to a dangerous part where it becomes abusive, and eventually, sometimes it leads to where we are right now, tragedy. So these are the things we have to
And Mike,
address.
especially when the mother can actually demand money directly from the guy. Some mothers are like that. They're not ashamed to demand money directly, not even from their child now, directly from the guy. So the guy will have that to, edge over the girl and can do, anything to the girl at any time because he knew
But
that there's nothing anybody can do for him.
exactly, and then especially when he finds out that he's
Mike,
not the only guy she's
Mike,
using, because these girls, trust me, when another millionaire block her on the road, she'll be another source of money because she's with the guy for just what he has, and she's another. If she's only with you for what you have, that means she
Mike,
won't care to. If she see another guy that's willing to offer another thing, she will date him. She's cheating on that guy now. It's all very obvious with another millionaire, another rich
Mike,
guy.
let me say this.
So that's what it is.
Because that is the main issue. That's why I asked if they are married. If they are married, that would have come from different angle, maybe in a Christian angle that Dusi was saying. But for me, I live in Nigeria. Maybe the other part of the world where you people stay, it might be a different thing to you. But as far as Nigeria is concerned, we have
My
values.
brother,
We have
Ekele, it's
family.
happening here too now. The behavior is
So,
coming up. Oh.
for me, your family background, the value of your family matters a lot. You see, for that, for me as a father, I'm a father today. I have kids. My prayer today is that I know no matter the problem I'm having with my wife, those my kids are my important asset. No matter whatever that happens between me and my wife, my kids are my most important asset. And the only reason why I will be alive is to make sure that I see out their welfare,
Can I
so that
stop
nobody
that?
will come
Stop
and
saying that. Stop that. Stop that. You met your
no.
wife
You
first.
have to.
Your wife is
You
very
say
important. What do you mean
I'm
by
not saying
that?
that she's not. I'm not
Stop
saying that she's
that.
not important.
Stop that.
I'm
That's
saying
not how you
no
guys
matter
talk.
what.
Your children are
I'm
more
not. I'm saying
important.
that no
Don't
matter
talk
what
like
goes
that.
on, no matter what
You
goes
met
on,
your wife
those
first.
two.
Your wife is very important.
No, even she knows that no matter what goes on, those kids are the center of everything. So even if we want to do anything because of them, my mind will calm down because I owe them a lot. The same thing should come from the side of the woman. You understand? They're the center of they're the melting pot in every issue that comes up in the home. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's not that my wife is not important, but I have to be alive. Even if I go out, I stay too late. I wouldn't want to risk my life because I have kids at home. That I will not just play around just to waste my life because I just to enjoy my life for that. I need to be alive for them so that they will not
Then
just grow up.
I want to say something. I want to say something because this woman, I think she knew about them going to a particular place. I think they traveled somewhere. I don't know where the girl died actually, but the girl, the woman, this woman that preaches all the time, she knows that our child goes out with this guy. They go maybe for some days, then come back. She doesn't have any problem with that. I thought you guys, Christians, you preach no sex before marriage. Don't you guys preach that?
No, yeah, but Ducey,
Yes, I don't
Ducey,
get that.
Ducey, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, because I'm speaking from experience as a young man. You understand? I've also been in a relationship where the father knows that I'm dating the girl, the mother knows that I'm dating the girl. You understand? So sometimes if they look around, if they did not see the girl, the father will pick a phone and call me. Ekene, is my daughter at your place? I will say yes, sir. She will not say okay. I will not be in a hurry. Oh, yeah. Go. Your father has called. Your father has called. Go home.
That
The
is
father allowed that relationship.
that is not even good for a woman that you are not married.
It's not good though. Yeah, it's not good. But the issue
So,
is that
Akane, what you're
the fa-
saying now is that you've been collaborating with your wife before you got married to her. Is that what you're telling us?
no, not
And
really
you've
my
been
wife.
collaborating with
It's not
her.
my wife.
Oh,
I
okay. I
I'm not a
thought
Christian before I got married. I'm almost a
oh,
young
you're not
boy.
a Christian.
I enjoyed my
Okay. I get you,
yeah.
brother.
I enjoy. Let me not say I'm not born again when I got married. I enjoyed my life.
Okay.
So
I get
nobody here
you.
would deny that. I
So
enjoyed
yeah,
my
it's
wife.
born
I
again
enjoyed
now.
my
Eh?
little age.
Hi, buddy.
Yeah, so, so,
Ah, these Christians.
so
Eh?
it's not a difficult thing to say. So I
Christians with
enjoyed
their
my youth age.
manipulation. Christians with their
Yes,
manipulation.
it happens. It happens a lot. You know, all those youthful
So
age
you are not a
in the
true
chat.
Christian back then. Now you are a true Christian.
It is
Um,
not just
Mike, you're
only
not
Christians.
understanding.
So it happens. It's everywhere.
It happens to
It's
everyone
not only
now.
Christians.
Eh? You have to enjoy your youthful age now. If you enjoy and finish, then you now talk about getting married. So all those things,
If you enjoy
I know
your
how it.
youthful age, then you become born again later, right? That's the way it
Some
goes.
people, some people say they will not, oh, they will not enjoy. But me, I have to enjoy. You understand? I have to enjoy. So, but the issue is, the issue is the parenting and all that, the guidance. You have to check on your kids, even if they're into that relationship. You have to check on them. You cannot be a father or a mother and allow your daughter to sleep outside. It's not proper. Even if she goes out, because I will not be.
Can I say that the mother is a single mother? Your father is not there. Oh.
Even if the mother is a single mother, why would she allow her daughter to die off like that? She would have learned from her own experience now and use it to guide her own daughter if she really loved that child.
you know what really went wrong in our societies back in the days. It used to be a village that raised a child. You understand? Like the extended family, everybody's involved in your upbringing and your life. But these days, it's just the nuclear family that's involved. Like it's just usually your mother alone or both your mom and your dad, your uncles, everybody's away. So that's why Solomon said it's more common in places like Abuja or Lagos because those kind of environments, not like your village environment, rural environment, or your hometown where your immediate family, your family, extended families are all around. They are involved in your life activities and things like that. So I think that's where we kind of lost it too, where it's just that value system is not there. And back in the days too, our culture used to prepare us for marriage, for relationship, marriage situation. They prepare men on how to understand women and prepare women on how to understand men, how to be a wife, and men how to be a husband. But these days, no one is teaching you any of those things, man. So by the time people get together, it's just confused because a woman is very difficult to deal with, man. Like their mentality and everything. So if you've not been taught as a early age as a man that hey, woman na pain no, like Yoruba people they call woman iyawo, they call wife iyawo, iya means suffer. The suffer that the word came from when Orumila went to marry, say, yeah, the wife I went to marry, now so far. So they let you know that I'm a woman go give you a dick where. So you have to be prepared as a man to deal with that. That's what the Fulanis, before they marry a woman to you, they'll make you jump, go through one obstacles like that. Some this thing they used to do, they will flog you. So that way you experience pain before you marry the woman. So saying that pain you won't marry. So they don't prepare men for those things anymore. So that's why these guys, some of them, they get with this lady, they just get frustrated and start beating her to the point where it becomes tragedy, you know. So, and the
Can I
women
say
too, they
No,
don't
but
something?
teach them that.
if you are living with a lady and you are not comfortable with her, you personally just allow her to go. How can
Exactly.
you
That's
put her?
another thing. I always
Just
tell people,
allow her
come
to
if
go.
you can't handle it, just quit the relationship. Just move on. Don't turn it
You
into.
should
Leave.
you should know
Leave.
when you
Nobody's
should know when you are
forcing
developing
you.
trait.
Leave.
Just quit. Just quit. I even
Quick.
have some friends I always talk to. When those guys they start having
This
problem
issue
with
of
they start having
them
problem
Gentlemen,
with their
having
woman. I say,
one
oh,
voice.
make it just hang up
Hold on,
before you
hold
go
on.
kill her.
Everybody, one voice. One.
Yeah, sorry.
uh,
So even some of these young boys I see, they will be having problem with the woman. It's becoming so toxic and toxic. I'm like, guy, just end this thing now. I know this. You may be in love, but just end it. It's better to end it than keep pushing this because it might end up in tragedy. It might end up being a tragedy. Things like that. So just end it. You don't need to continue with it. You know, you find out this woman a bad woman, just end it. So you by force. Why do you have to stay in and
that
be
is
fighting and be abusing each other? You know? Yeah.
so the
Can
problem
I
in our
just come in,
society is
please? Sorry, please let me just stop. See, let me say something here about this boy. What would I feel led to this boy killing this girl? You know, the way relationship is in Nigeria now is like it's not even really about your emotions. It's about your finance. Do you get why this boy he was obsessed towards this girl because of how he has invested, and like Madam Dupsy said here, I think that there was a video, or they went to somewhere for what they call vacation, not even vacation. So definitely all those things and the kind of spending he has done, and maybe because this life people pass people, especially in finance, like there are people who have who are more richer than who are richer than this guy, and they will definitely be approaching her because of the places he has and how he has leveled her up. So those kind of things maybe he has been experiencing them and he has been seeing them. So that is why this guy's emotion, he could not control himself, and they just
as,
start.
as the guy feels superior to the family. That's what happened.
That one
The
is
guy
still a
feels
point.
superior.
Yeah, it's still part of the
So
investment
you
too,
now feel
the
that
financial
you now see
investment.
himself you now see himself as a god that now anything I say the mother can will always obey. That's why she has a god to kill someone's daughter, and she's telling them to come and take money for burial. You
And he has
understand? So
been
she
beating
now
this girl in this
You
relationship.
can imagine that, right? You can
as
imagine that.
in
The insult.
that's the side of the guy, very very stupid guy. That's the side of the guy. The guy doesn't have moral. She doesn't have sympathy. So she now became a god. Ah, no, maybe she has some little change. He has some little change that is making him to be pompous. And that this I will not this is not far from using this girl to do ritual and all that. That might be the reason because
Yeah,
all
can
these young guys
it takes a
at the age
lot to
of
kill
25,
somebody.
27,
It
it
takes a
takes
lot
a
to kill
lot.
somebody. That girl must
Yeah,
have done
at the age
something
of
very hurtful to that guy. Trust me.
I don't know, but at the age of 25, what are you doing to earn the money that you are flaunting the family? At the age of you would have tell us I don't know the reasonable business he's doing, all that and all that. So, but that is our society. That's where we find ourselves. I blame the guy, but the mother is very wrong by allowing that girl to
Yeah,
just live with a man that
yeah, I agree with you
is not
again.
married to.
And, a
So
lot of mothers nowadays even encourage their young girls to go out and sleep with different men to bring money home. So I agree. The guy, if the way the guy is even writing, you will know that he's not scared of the family at all, because maybe he must have
yeah, that is the issue.
sponsored most
And
of them.
and another I see here, see
Yeah,
this here. If you know when I'm saying this, I'm saying based on during this that period of COVID-19, the way young girls messed up themselves, even with married men, you'll be surprised.
yeah.
I'm telling you, the fact. Just Indomie. Can you buy
Mm.
me Indomie? Yes, you are good to go.
And
Which
You know
kind
again, we
of
are
something
going to
from
bring this.
which
We are
place,
going to
which
bring this
location
topic
is that?
up. Hello, we are going to bring
eh?
this topic. We are going to bring this topic back, because for this woman to come up every day on Instagram to have breakfast with Jesus instead of you to be training your child, I have a problem with that. I have a serious problem with that. coming up every morning to come and have breakfast with Jesus. What an irony.
Oh, she's one of those holy people.
I don't understand. I don't understand Christians.
Can I interject a little bit? I totally
Coming,
agree. I totally agree with what you just said now, because I discovered that our women, I'm sorry to say this, they even take their pastor or their father even more important than their husband. They respect or whatever their pastor or our father said, they will believe and they will do it. Now, because of the economic downturn of Nigeria, our guests just sell themselves anyhow. Just because of what? And because of internet, they just want to flaunt. Some of it are fake. Like this particular girl, I think she just fell a victim of ritual. That is it. Because the guy that killed her, how old is he? How does he make his money? What does he do?
We are not sure. What's called rituals? We are not sure of that. There's nothing called rituals. People do harvest. They harvest organs. There's nothing like ritual, brother.
Okay,
so they harvest organs.
Sister Dipsy,
there's nothing like rituals. Yeah. I'm listening.
Dipsy. Yeah. Is there any attributes of ritual that is attached to the killing?
To the story, no. There's no.
Another thing I want to ask you. Where was her dead body discovered? Do you know?
I think inside the hotel. I think
it was in his house. Yeah, after 2 weeks.
Okay, in his house. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
in the boy's house. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So the question is the body intact or the body has been dismembered? I mean, cut into pieces.
Yes, Remy, I think they said that there were certain organs that were harvested from that body. I cannot recall fully, but I think they said that there were certain organs harvested from that body.
Yes, I thought I read about it.
No, that was what I read, but that was I think that was the reason why the guy came out, right? Yeah. So they were trying to attribute it that he had probably gone to do rituals with the girl's body, but I don't know. I didn't see a picture, but the guy now came out to now begin to explain that that's not true. That this is the reason that it's a crime of passion. He killed her with a knife. I don't know what they were doing with that knife or whatever.
No. Let's face the reality here. You killed your girlfriend and you hide it from everybody for 2 weeks. What are you doing with the body for 2 weeks?
Well, that's another topic for discussion, right? That's another topic for discussion.
Right. Some of the missing organs, some of the organs are missing. I think, to be frank with you, most of these guys, I'm not saying that some of them really work out for their money, but I doubt 65% of Nigerian youth that they call themselves rich or wealthy nowadays, most of them are into one form of rituals. My sister sent me a video. That video, I cannot share it with you here, but it's a good lesson if you have a junior sister or if you have a sister or a senior sister or any person that is a female that you know warn them very well. Some of these court guys, they attracted like 10 girls. So they took them to hotel. They were having fun of life. And after that, they said they were going to a house party. From the house party, they just slaughter all of them. I mean, they slaughter them real life.
Let me tell you. Let me say something.
That's I can't even watch all the more. I was like, where did you get this kind of video? It's so gory.
Let me say something to you. Most of these guys, they call Yahoo plus. That's the business they do. They harvest organ and make money through that. That is their own business. That is what they're involved in. So there's nothing like rituals, my brother. They kill these girls to be able to take some certain organs from their body, so that they can sell it. That's what's happening here. That's the business they are doing. Stop promoting rituals. There's nothing called money rituals.
Sorry, I disagree with you, because let's be frank here. We all have our own culture and tradition from where we come from, Nigeria. You cannot say because of modernity there's no ritual.
Ritual is not our culture. Ritual is not our culture, brother. It is not our culture.
What are you telling me? Rituals is not our culture.
It is not our culture. Don't say that. Why are you saying that?
Okay, what about from our great grandfather?
Let me say this.
Let me finish. Our great grandfather are known to have their own oracle they consulted,
And when when they consult the oracle, they will always tell them to go and do this form of ritual or that form of ritual. And they will do it and the land will be cleansed. But nowadays, because of our people looking for money anyhow, even before I grew up, I've already been hearing the story that people do ritual for money making, ritual or something like that. So it's quite common in our country, especially in the Southwest.
It is not our culture, brother. It is not our culture. People kill people
I'm not
then
saying,
to appease the god. They don't kill people for money.
money.
It is not
It's
our culture
generally
to be
our
killing people
culture,
for
but
money.
it's paramount. People are
Don't
using it.
misrepresent our culture here. It is not our culture to kill people for money. They were
I'm
doing
not
human
saying that.
sacrifice
You do not
then.
get me. Okay.
No,
I think
it is not our culture.
I'm being objective here. Let us be objective. It's not only our Southwest, even in some other parts of the southern state. What I'm trying to say is that even when I was growing up, I've had a lot of story that some people do use this kind of way to make money. And because of the economic downturn and because of online, what do you call influencer, and so many people want to become rich very quick. Some of them go to the extent of doing something like this. I'm not saying generally that's what people do, but few or some of them do.
Thank you, Remy. Let's hear from Zita. Let's Zita chime in. Thank you. Hello, Zita. Hello, Zita. I don't think she's here.
Zita is in the other room.
Okay, which room? Okay. Okay. Hello. Is Zita here? Is there any other person?
Don't they gossip me now?
No, we're not gossiping you. we are okay.
Carry me go the other room.
We've been telling you.
We are good.
We are very good. Yeah, we want you to contribute. We want to listen to your contribution.
Yeah, I will come in a second. Just give me a second. I'm doing something.
Okay. So, is there any other person there that is not spoken yet?
Yes, I would like to speak to this topic.
Okay, please go ahead.
It's just like Ekene said, I will blame the mother for what she allowed her daughter to do that led to that death. For that boy, one of the reasons, according to what you read out, what the mother said, was that he was trying to be defensive. How can you be defensive, a man with a woman? How boisterous was the woman to you that will even encourage you to use killer weapons to kill the woman? I don't think that is true. And that will go a long way to tell you how the country is. The biodata of every Nigerian. If that boy can change his name, acquire a travel document to fly away from Nigeria to Sierra Leone, that speaks volume to the security of that country as well. These are some of the things. I share my condolences to that woman for losing her child, her daughter. That boy should be, jailed, and glory be to God that he has been, captured far away Sierra Leone. I will not encourage men to beat their women. If the relationship that you are engaged in with a woman as a man is not working well, please, immediately you discover that that relationship is sour, please move away. It doesn't take anything for you to move away from it. Just move away and stay clear of that person instead of committing murder. Thank you.
Thank you so much for contributing. I think we should be closing by now. It's 1 hour 25 minutes. So is there any other person that wants to contribute before we close? Ekene, are you still there?
I'm there.
The Christian man. I'm still on your case. So we are still going to discuss religion one of these days. For a woman to come on Instagram to be having breakfast with Jesus instead of you to be training your children.
No, it's not every. Even the Bible says it's not everybody that calls me Lord, Lord. That we even
Don't, are
attend
you
that.
closing the show?
Yes, Zita.
Okay.
We've been on for 1 hour 26 minutes, but we can still wait for you if you're not too busy.
Okay, actually, I'm not following the story of that boy. What actually happened?
Okay. Okay. So the girl and the guy, they were dating each other. So I think the mother knows about the relationship. So I think the girl usually go with the guy to his house. I think this particular time she went to the guy's house, and I think they have a misunderstanding. The guy is accusing her that she's dating different men. So maybe they got into, these youngsters, most of them are always on drugs. I hope you know that, Zeta. So
Mm-hmm.
most of they're always on drugs. So I think maybe the guy overreacted, stabbed the girl, and the girl died. I'm not sure it's intentional, but when they're not in their right mind anymore, they can do anything. So I think that's what happened. I'm not sure the guy really, was actually intending to kill the girl. Maybe he was high and he stabbed the girl, and the girl just died. I think they're always very paranoid that the girl is dating some other guys. I'm not sure how.
No, because they moved in a circle now. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
clique.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And when
yeah,
those girls come,
yeah.
they seem to run all of them round.
Hmm.
They kind of, that's what
Hmm.
it's usually like. When
Hmm.
all those cartels,
Hmm.
they are,
Hmm.
they are together, and when they have one girlfriend, their girlfriend sometimes must have dated one of them before it's
Hmm.
all mumbled. So continue.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? So I don't know. Maybe I think he was jealous. He was accusing. I don't even believe sometimes. Most of these people that takes all these opioids and all that, they get so paranoid. They get so paranoid easily. They're suspecting everybody, just like this guy that died, the Mobad boy, the singer. Always paranoid, even in his songs. It affects their frontal lobe, so they get paranoid easily, thinking that everybody wants to do something harmful to them, thinking that their girlfriend is dating their friend. So I'm not even sure the girl is dating some other people. I'm not sure. I don't know that fact. Do you understand what I mean,
Yeah.
So let's
So
just see
he
the
come
way.
beat the girl, kill the girl.
Yes. So the guy now killed the girl. I think, not intentionally. They were arguing, and I think he just stabbed her and she died.
Oh,
So yeah.
so he ran away.
Yes, he ran away. He
If
ran
it's
away.
not intentional, why was he running?
It's not easy to just go and submit to yourself that I'm here. The police people in Nigeria, they're not that nice, Zita.
But you said the mother knew
Yes,
that the daughter was dating that guy.
exactly. Exactly. She
How old
knows.
is the girl?
21.
And the boy?
I don't know his age. I don't know his age.
The mother knew that the daughter is dating a Yahoo boy, or the mother
Mm-hmm.
didn't know the guy was a Yahoo boy.
I agree with you, Zita. I think the mother knows. I think the guy was helping them in the house financially. So I think the mother knows everything about the guy. When these people come and they start throwing money to the family, they will just be accepted without the family doing their findings about what they do actually to get the money.
Did anybody hear the boy's side of the story?
No, he was always tweeting and writing on Instagram that the mother is the one that pimps the girl to different men. That's he doesn't trust the mother and all that. But I'm not sure of the that is true. But because these boys, they are always very paranoid and they don't trust anybody just because of the substance they take all the time. So I'm not sure that story is true that the mother pimps the girl to different men. So I can't actually comment on that.
And if
Yeah.
I may ask, what is a
Mhm.
decent mother's daughter doing with a Yahoo boy?
Usumi, my sister. That is the bone of contention here. We should be asking that question.
You
Yeah.
see, somebody was putting something across to you when I joined.
Okay.
You see, in Africa, we are, I don't know how to put it. I'm trying really hard to sound civil. We don't really value human life, but we value human dead. Am I making sense?
I agree with you. I agree with you totally.
When somebody dies, we celebrate. We people who have not given him money before, even went to see him in the hospital, is ready to buy his achebi for his burial for like 5K, 10K. Whatever that means, I don't know. But
Zita, what I think regarding that is that we are not human. You know, I tell people it's not easy to be human. People don't understand it. It's not easy to be human. You have to be mentally and psychologically balanced. You can't be somebody that is still looking for what to eat. You can't be human in that way. Most of African people are still looking for what to eat to survive. So you can't be human when you're still in that stage. Do you understand what I mean?
Dulcie,
Yeah.
I don't really
You don't.
quite actually agree with you.
Okay, that's fine.
I think it's more of a cultural thing. You see, if you look at the slavery, where it started in Iraq, you see, they use them for what they want to use them for and got rid of that people from that ethnicity. For a purpose, they use them and then that's it. But in Africa, when that slavery entered Africa, it became a joke. Because you see people who don't really value a full human in the sense that a test of gene is enough to give him 10 humans. It became a ridiculous business. You get the point? Before now, even before they came, Africans are used to having gods that cannot do anything. I have to say it, they're not going to do me anything. They have gods that don't actually react. They help the god to act. So when you do something, instead of them to allow the god to deal with you, they will take you to the god and sacrifice you to the god. Instead of you committed a crime against a god, normal, they're supposed to allow the god to sacrifice you now. But they will be the one to take you to the god to cut off your head.
Most of those things are not working, Zita. That's what I believe. So you have to physically do it. You can't just say, okay, you say the Yoruba land. They will say the next king, the oracle has to speak to be able to choose the next king. But people are not even hearing the oracle anymore. They just choose whomever they want to choose.
No, but when something is when something is cultural, is traditional, it became something that runs in the blood. I don't want to come some Arab nations because some people, the way they kill humans is ridiculous.
I agree.
You begin to wonder the kind of mind somebody will get to kill somebody.
Most of them are not, they are always high on some kind of substance.
Well, sometimes it's a demon of the tradition that have gone into him. By the way, where is that boy from?
What's his name again? Let me check. Augusta, I think. Oh, sorry, it's the mother that is Augusta, the mother of the girl. What's the name? I don't know if one man knows his name. No, I don't think that's his name. KILABOI. I don't know.
So
I think it's Emeka that really knows much about the story.
if he
I don't know. I don't think he's. I think it's maybe South. I'm not sure. Don't let me say so that people won't come for me. I don't know where the guy is from.
no, it doesn't really matter where the guy is
Yeah,
because he's come from, because it's general thing in
it
Africa.
is. It is.
That's the way we
It
do.
is.
Because if he had panicked, no, I don't really think that killing was accidental. Was the girl's body part harvested?
Yes, they said some body parts were missing. They said some body parts were missing, but we don't know. We don't know yet. You know, it's still under serious investigation. They just caught the boy yesterday. They've been looking for him since July, I think. So they just caught him in Sierra Leone yesterday. So the full
So
investigation is
you
just
see what I am saying?
yes.
Because if it is accidental, you are not a killer. You accidentally kill somebody. The panic alone, the screaming alone, you will cause a stir. You will cause people to gather. But when you see somebody killing somebody and running away up to Sierra Leone with
So
body
King
who
Emeka is
harvested the
writing
parts
now. Zita, King Emeka said the guy is Igbo and the girl is from Benin. The guy is from Abia State. So that's what he's writing in the private chat.
You see, look, Dunsi, I still blame her mother.
Yeah, I do too. I'm with you on that.
I don't really know. Well, yeah, you might say hunger. We saw a guy who is rich, who has money, who is helping us. But then your daughter has to be careful. The woman is supposed to protect her little one. I mean, she's supposed to protect that girl.
Yeah, I do believe that.
By the way, the girl slept over in the guy's house.
No, she spent 2 weeks in the guy's house, 2 weeks, and the woman knows about it, and she comes on to talk about Jesus every day. Breakfast with Jesus. No be worried be that.
Oh, the woman self na pastor.
But nobody the way I don't talk since be that. See, I get problem with these Christians. She comes on to Instagram every morning to have breakfast with Jesus. No be worried be that.
Dunsi, you want carry enter my 18 now. Make I begin to talk anyhow. Maybe I need to go drink my whiskey.
Yes. So we are gonna do this again next Sunday, Zita. Please always join us.
Okay.
To have fun
next
here.
Sunday. Next Sunday, I go drink whiskey well, so that when I come, I go day free. They talk anyhow.
Okay. Zita, I appreciate you supporting me today. Thanks so much.
All right, bye-bye.
Rosie.
Bye.
Let's hear from you. Oh, she's not talking. Okay, Rosie.
Hello. I'm proud of you. Oh my goodness. You know what I'm so proud of you the most?
Yeah.
Your voice now is so cool, so calm,
my God. I'm the
so
moderator
collected.
now. I can't
You are
do
not in the fighting mode.
She's the moderator. She don't get choice. So.
I can't be shouting and fighting. I have to be calm and cool. And besides, my husband has warned me that if I'm going to go fight, he's not going to allow me to do it again. So he's been watching. So that's why I'm so calm, so that he will allow me to come again.
I am just so proud of you. So proud of you.
Thank you so much, Rosie. Yeah.
Yes, I know what you are saying. I just want to contribute a little bit before you shut down, because you said you don't want to stay too long.
Yeah.
My own contribution to this is like, look, it's like most African culture is inherent. Human sacrifice is inherent. You know, you are saying something that although they were doing human sacrifice, it wasn't for money making, but they used to use human sacrifice to appease gods.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Because I know one day I was saying something like this. I know they are not. I don't know if Mike is around. Mike and Baba T. They were like, no, they don't sacrifice in African culture. Yoruba.
They do.
I said they do.
They do.
It's inherent. It's just that right now they've turned it to like money rituals. But in those
especially
days,
when things are not going unwell.
Yes. Yeah. Because like even in Ghana, one of my friends, she's Ashanti. She told me that in their family they have a lot of gold. But that in those days, when they find, there's many gold in Ghana. She said when they find gold, that our forefathers, they would have to sacrifice human being to hide that gold so it won't be stolen.
What the
Yes.
hell?
She
Can you
said
imagine?
in a compound they have tons of gold, but it's hidden because they use human sacrifice to hide the gold. In order for them to bring the gold where it is, she said they have brought a lot of native doctors to come, but they said the gold they are buried in there, that they have to use human sacrifice before they can bring it out from where they hide
She's
it.
mad.
Can you imagine?
Yes.
Can you
So
imagine?
it is part of the African culture. It is. Like in my own place, in those days, like when a woman has twins, they kill the twins because they feel those twins are evil.
Exactly.
They killed the twins. It was Mary Slessor that came and stopped it and said, no, twins are not evil. It is just evil. It's a blessing.
And I think that's why we have to increase our knowledge, Rosie. That's what I always say. That one things that you don't know, it's like people with time is spiritual, and there's nothing spiritual about all those things. When you have twins,
Nothing.
it's just like double blessing. There's nothing, and people were killing people then because they think,
But
it
what I
was
don't
strange
understand is
and
why
everything.
why can't these gods fight for themselves, that they have to be killing people for the god?
Don't let Mike and Babati come for you, Rosie.
You understand? Like I went to school in Ife. In school, they used to warn us that we shouldn't be going out to town in the evening anyhow, because in Ife, that they sacrifice a thing. They have gods they have to sacrifice to every day. It's only one day in 365 days that they don't do sacrifice. But my dear, I don't know what they use in doing sacrifice. I don't know if it's human being. I don't know if it's goat, if it's chicken. I don't know. But I know sometimes students get missing. So
It's
it is inherent.
ridiculous,
So that is
honestly.
why these days, now these young boys, because they want to make money, they now go into this sacrificing human beings too.
Yeah.
They do a lot of this human sacrifice just because
But
they want to.
actually, Rosie, let me ask,
Yes, ma'am.
let's be real. That ritual human sacrifice, does it really yield
No,
money?
it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
I don't even
I
know how
think
this
what they
thing
do,
works. No.
they
Yeah.
sell
Organs.
Okay,
human
the organs.
parts.
That's what they
I
do.
think so
Rosie, you should know
because
something. Let me tell you. You know this the way these Westerners work.
Yes.
Assuming human being can turn into money, the
Yes.
Americans would have computerized it. I'm telling
That's
you
true.
truth.
That is true.
That is the way they
No,
work.
because to
They will
me,
snatch it away from
no,
you.
I think the way, I mean, I've asked a lot of questions
Yeah.
okay,
about
let
this.
me ask again.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
pass they sell,
Who
is
are they
it
selling it to?
that is number one? Because I had a lot of story about people who release that's their favorite part they eat as meat. I've had that story.
Oh,
Okay,
Then
probably then.
I have had the story of transplant for sick people, but the one that sells most because the transplant, that's disease area, you know that it has a number of before you get it to the person, it
Exactly.
must have
Yeah,
life
they
in it.
usually,
it must
they
be
usually
it
use
must be
a
preserved.
cooler with
Yeah,
ice
it
Uh-huh.
must be
blocks. Yeah.
preserved and
Yeah.
fresh.
They do
Yes.
that.
But
Yeah.
this one that they say they enjoy, that's the one that actually sell more. And I heard that is all these stuffs like very wealthy people, that's what they like. I mean, I was like,
And that's possible too.
I said, then I was asking, is it where the spiritualism is?
Is that not cannibalism? Is that not cannibalism?
No,
When human beings
because when
start
they
eating
said they
human beings,
did,
that's cannibalism now.
because when growing up as a child, I remember one day in our street, everybody started running to a particular house.
Yes.
They said the man, but even up till now, I still didn't believe the story. Do you know why I didn't believe the
Too
story?
many
Because
stories.
I did not see the cost for meeting money. So, and the people that went there, they did not see because they didn't allow them to enter the room. So they came out with the notion that they got there, and then they said there was a dead man inside the house that was vomiting money. And as a child that time, I keep asking my auntie,
No
did you see
evidence.
the dead man
No
vomit
evidence.
money? She said no. But that she got to the house. I said, hey, did you see? They said no, they didn't allow them to go into the room. I said, then how did you know that there was a dead man vomiting money? I did.
No evidence to all
You
the
know,
stories.
yeah, no. So I did. Number one, I was running to the place with her. She chased me back. Make sure I
Imagine.
went back there. And I was 9 or 10. She made sure I went back to the house. Then she went alone to come and be giving me cock and bull story that she was in the house. She went to that particular house and then there was a man. If you see crowd in that compound that day, there was a man. It's a wealthy man's house anyway, and police came.
No
Mobile
evidence
police
in most
there.
of all the
I
stories
could
that we
remember
heard.
vividly. Said there's a man in his. I'm sure that wasn't the real story, but my aunt came trust her. She came with that story.
She has
When
to
I
impress
asked her
you
question,
now.
she told me to shut up my mouth. That the man was vomiting blood money. Then we called the man name 3 times. The man was vomiting money.
Have you noticed they don't let us use our mind to critically think about the stories? They will tell you to shut up if you want to challenge them.
If
They
you
don't
ask
There
allow
were
any
a lot of questions. See, let me tell you something. One thing you will understand is that if you ask them questions, I used to tell people that people who tell history, draft history, tell stories, 99.5% of the time they push their own narrative.
Exactly.
You are right.
I keep saying that
That is
because
true.
growing up as a child, this storytelling, this history, tell us about ourselves, tell us history of our land, tell us what happened. These elders, these uncles, these aunties, they use that opportunity to indoctrinate you
Exactly.
to what you will find actually difficult in life to change your orientation on. I remember my father actually told my uncle to stop telling me and my brother the story of Nigerian Civil War. Because anytime I ask this man question, he will give me a knock. Because the story is not connecting. For somebody like me.
Madam Zita, if I may say something, you know, in our African culture, if the elders are speaking, and as a child, if you ask questions, they say, "Omo, it beg you."
Exactly.
But
But you're being rude.
Yeah, more especially when you ask questions that rattles their brain.
Look down and not say anything.
More especially if you ask them the questions that rattle their brain,
they get
upset.
Exactly.
This man will give me a knock and tell me to shut up. Then my father said, okay, fine. Stop gathering them to tell them what happened during the Nigerian Biafra war, since you cannot take questions.
And I think that's why Zita is formed like this. You know, you have the mind of your own.
Yes.
My father made it clear that you should, when my father tells you something and you say, okay, you are in trouble. My father always wants you to. My father is somebody that believes in knock, ask, knock. He shall be sick. A fan of these 3 words.
Very important.
We tell you, if you are stupid today, you won't be stupid tomorrow. Today you don't know it. After this moment, you will know it. So when people come, anyway, in my family, they know most of us. You don't tell us stories. Because by the time you finish, I will tell you that there are spaces in the story you told me.
Very important to always analyze whatever you're being told.
I said you
analyze it. It's important, and it challenges your brain.
Bring out the whole story. Then if you want, because they always call me to tell me one thing or the other. They want to hear what I'm going to say. And then when you finish, I say, aha, Onyechi, this is not what happened now. You removed a lot of. He said, no, I did not remove it. I said, okay, from here to here. Are you telling me that this story jumped from here, enter here, he will start laughing?
That's very
what happened in between before the other sentence? There was another sentence. So It's not you see the girl's mom now. Back to the story for the day. The girl's mom.
Madam Sister, please, before you go to this, the girl's mom, please,
Yeah.
I have a question for you. We were talking about this human sacrifice. I mean, it's kind of related to what happened to. What of this Osu system in the Igbo land? Does that have to do with human sacrifice too?
No. Osu is not. Osu and Ohu is not human sacrifice. You see, I was talking to some of my friends, young people in Catholic Church in Saint Xavier. I was talking to them. They are foreigners, so I was talking. They will always want to hear, as a Black person, your own idea about. They want to know how you feel about the slavery, and they want to know your opinion about them, their ancestors and your ancestors, and how you feel. They want to see whether you really hate them or, On this occasion, I told them, because sometimes I just say things the way they are. People don't usually do like me. Yeah, it's not easy for someone to have that guts to say things the way they are. Even in the larger society, you can be cancelled, you can lose your job, you can be verified. Is that bad? Bringing out truth these days the way they are is really bad. Now, back to your question. You see, when I tell people in Africa, before the coming of the Europeans to come and do their slavery, right before they come as, what do they call them? They call them colonial. Because the thing they came, they joined them together. The slavery and the church joined together. The church was to come and survey the place. Then the slavery came. So before they came, slavery was going on in Africa. Among us.
Before the white people came, slavery was going on?
Yes, of course.
I didn't know that.
What is Osu? What is Ohu? Let me explain. Osu, I think I've told one man that one day I'm going to do a talk show on that Osu and Ohu. I know most Igbo people that way. They said when you discuss it, they get you killed or poisoned. I don't think anybody will want to try me anyway. That's by the way.
But you are not within their reach for them to come and get you.
Even if I am.
You are not living in their midst.
No, but even if I am. Anyway, forget about that one. See, Osu is slave that is not sacrificed. Ohu is slave that is not sacrificed. While Osu is slave that is sacrificed. Now, sacrifice didn't mean they were killed.
Okay.
Let me repeat it again. Osu is slaves that are sacrificed in the sense that maybe their God wants somebody or something or somehow, or they committed a crime. First of all, let me start by saying no human being is created a slave. I hope we are clear on that.
Yes, of course.
So slavery is man-made. So actually, there shouldn't be a resentment towards slaves. But in Igbo land, there is a resentment towards slaves as if they are unclean humans. But they were not created unclean. Some people who thought they have the power, the authority, the energy to pronounce them unclean did so. And the society wrong with it.
Okay.
So it is very annoying for somebody like me, an Igbo woman for somebody to tell me my daughter, my son, my brother, my uncle will not marry a woman or marry a man because he's an Osu. You get me angry. Because the Osu was not created. It was one idiot, one corner that did the pronouncement.
This Zita's topic, we have to introduce it. Yeah, like we need like 2 hours for
Yeah.
it.
It's
Yeah,
really
so
very,
it's
very
not something we
interesting.
can just talk about in
Yeah.
That's
So,
true.
2 minutes. Yeah.
they were thrown into the shrine to live there, and they are Osu. They are children of that shrine, that deity. Then the Ohus are the lesser ones, like they did to African Americans, the ones that were taken to go become slaves to big man's house, wash their clothes, go to their farm. They don't give you food, they give you when you want to. So one day I need to talk intensively
So they
on
don't
it so
they
that
don't live in the God's shrine. They live in people's homes.
no, they live in the shrine.
The Owu.
They live in the shrine. In fact, they were thrown into the shrine to die, but most of them survived.
Wow.
Yeah. So then they survived. It's a long story. Maybe one day I will expand it on it because I've been looking for opportunity to talk on that shenanigans.
But
Maybe
how are they able to trace the family back to the time that they are still casting some people as Osu? How are they able to trace these families?
You see, the people that cast them are the people that trace them.
Okay, I got you now.
When they say Okonkwo family is slaves, so the 18th century Okonkwo that was thrown in the evil forest that survived, built his house, that place, plus other women that were thrown that he married and have children. So those people that sent Okonkwo inside that shrine are the people tracing them too. So when you want to talk, they say, see that Okonkwo? Osu.
Okay.
You get my point now?
I got you now.
All right, ladies. So let's not sweat Dupsy too hard, so that she won't refuse to come back at the next time. So Dupsy promised us 1 hour. I think we are taking her to 2 hours now. So very interesting. So if Dupsy is agree, I'll talk to Dupsy offline if she wants to do this consistently. So this will repeat again next Sunday. So I'll make sure you all get the notices in good time. Because I think she's got quite a few topics lined up, but we don't want to take her past 2 hours, just really because she only committed to one.
But I think we can bring Zita too for this topic one of these Sundays so that
Yes.
Zita can actually have.
I'm actually thinking of a session for Zita as well.
Okay,
Igbo stories with
okay.
Zita.
Okay.
So I'll
No be
discuss
me
that
and
with
you.
Zita.
She said no be me and you.
Igbo stories with Zita. So we can discuss,
One man. Before you bring Zita for Igbo stories, be ready to pay for bodyguards for Zita.
No,
Because Zita says
is
the truth so
fortified
much,
now.
people will start throwing stones. They'll be
Zita
throwing
has
stones
a
and rocks.
now. Zita has a
Una bye bye yo.
Zita, thank you for coming.
Rosie, see you next Sunday.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
Rosie, come in the evening. What
Okay, I
time
will.
is this woman self?
Most of the time I want to come, but the studio is full and I can't come in.
You come early now. One man is starting in the next 5 hours, right?
Okay. I think I will log in. I will log in immediately open, so I won't be logged out when it's time to come in.
Take your position
Thank you for
first.
coming, Rosie and
Thank you,
Zita.
Madam Zita.
Thanks
Thank
for
you, my
supporting.
Dupsy baby.
Thank
Bye.
you, Rosie.
Bye-bye.
Love
Thank
you.
you. Love you so much.
Love
Bye-bye.
you. Okay, darling. God bless you. Okay, one man. So, do you want to round off one man, or should I just say goodbye to everybody? One man.
So sorry, Dupsy, it's you to round off, but
Okay.
maybe acknowledge the super chatters.
Okay, yeah. Can you? How do I say the super chat?
I'll bring them up and then you just.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So thank you to everybody. Ayo, that's my brother Olowo. Ayo, thank you so much. Pansat, thank you so much, darling. God bless you. Loyer State. Oh, Hey, Ogaju. Thank you, Mr. Loyeste, for supporting. Kulata, thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. Joel of Nashville, thank you for supporting. God bless you. Thank you so much. Loyeste, thank you for supporting, sir. Thank you, Lawyer States. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you, Fatai, for showing up. Thank you so much, Ekene, Remy, Emeka, Zita, Princess, Rosie. Thank you so much, all of you, for coming. Thomas, I saw your message. Thank you so much for coming to. Oh, Mike. Mike. Mike, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate everybody for showing up. And Solomon, thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you for supporting me this morning. Thank you so much. One man, you're my boss. You're the best. God bless you. Have a great day, everybody.